What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Double Dribble. In today's episode, we're going to be doing another player scouting report, and this time it's going to be on Jalen Johnson. But before we get into the video, I just want to quickly say, if you're a fan of basketball, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join the channel, join the conversation. We'd love to interact with you guys in the comments. Also, make sure you watch this video to the end because it helps us out more than you guys know. Make sure to hit the like button on the video, and let's get right into the video. So today we're going to be looking at Jalen Johnson. He is a 6'9", 220-pound small forward freshman at Duke University. In his freshman season, he played in 13 games. He averaged 11.2 points per game. He averaged 6.1 rebounds per game and 2.2 assists per game. He only played in 13 games all season because he decided to opt out and end his season early, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So looking at Jalen Johnson's strengths, I'll touch on a couple. One of his first strengths, obviously, by looking at him, is his athletic ability and just sheer size. I mean, he's 6'9", 220 with 6'11 wingspan. To have that athletic ability at the small forward position, at this young of a player, have that big of a frame, that is going to be a very huge strength for him and a lot of upside for him in the NBA. To go along with that, he can use his length a lot in defense, where he helps force turnovers, get block shots. In college, he averaged 1.2 block shots and steals per game. He can guard many different positions. He can move his feet pretty well. And using that size and athletic ability to his advantage on both the offensive and defensive side will be a huge asset for him in the NBA. Another strength of his is the fact that he has the capability or the potential to be more of a point forward position. He has shown that he can handle the ball, he can bring the ball up the floor, he can create mismatches in the post, he can create mismatches on the perimeter. His vision and IQ on the offensive end it's alright. It is a strength for him because he can have good vision and make the right plays a lot of times, but it also can be a weakness for him and I will get into that into the weaknesses section. But the ability to him to run the point forward position in the NBA is huge for him. He could turn in more of a stretch four at the next level with his size and versatility. He can shoot the ball a little bit, as he's shown in college. He shot 44%, but he did only shoot 18 attempts. So he has shown that he can make shots, but a lot of teams were just sagging off him and taking away his driving ability. So those are just a couple of strengths of his that I just wanted to quickly touch on. Now for some weaknesses of Jalen Johnson's game. A couple of them I want to just quickly touch on is I had just talked about his three-point shooting. That will either be a big strength for him or a big weakness for him in the NBA. A lot of teams did just sag off him and leave him open to take away his driving ability. He did start to take advantage of that as he was shooting 4 of 4 over his last 3 games. But he needs to show that he can make that at a higher clip and be a little more consistent with it. So just his shooting overall is a little bit of a weakness for him, but that is something that he can continue to improve on and has the ability to go up. Another weakness of his that I said I would touch on is the point forward potential that he has. He is very inconsistent with his reads or making the right decisions on the offensive end when he is handling the ball. He did have a 7 assists and 0 turnover game, but then the very next game against Pittsburgh, he had 0 assists and 6. The very next game against Louisville, he had 0 assists and 6 turnovers. So that is obviously you have a great game offensively. You have 7 assists, 0 turnovers. The next game you have 6 turnovers and 0 assists. So he ended up ending the season with more turnovers than assists, and that's obviously something you don't want heading in the NBA. So that will be a weakness of his and something he needs to prove on once he gets to the NBA. And the final thing that I want to touch on for weaknesses is the concerns around his attitude or his dedication to be a team guy. Obviously, him opting out of the season early is a huge red flag for scouts, and they question his dedication to teams. Is he just a selfish me guy, or things around him in that regard. So those are some weaknesses I wanted to quickly touch on, and we'll get into the conclusion here. In conclusion, I think Jalen Johnson has a ton of upside. I think he could be a very good player in the NBA. With his size, athletic ability, his frame, like I said, the potential to be more of a point forward type of player. I think he has, just a lot of upside to him. Some NBA comparisons to him have been Steven Jackson or TJ Warren. Like I said, I think really the main thing about him is him opting out at the end of the season. What's his personality, what's his attitude like, things like that. If he can answer some of those questions and show right away in the NBA that he's a team guy, or show to scouts before the draft that that was just for health reasons, different things like that, I think he can have a great career in the NBA and be a very solid player. So leave your comments down below what your thoughts are on Jalen Johnson. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.